Hey guys, Angel here from I'm Just a Mom. Today I am going to show you my process for cleaning my produce whenever I come home from the grocery store. I know that, it's a long, tiresome, especially if you've got kids. It can be long and tiresome at the grocery store, 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours, depending on how much you're purchasing. Um, and also how picky you are. I'm pretty picky about what I buy. So, it takes me quite a while at the grocery store. But I found one thing that really does help, and I just push myself to do it, is I go ahead and clean all of my produce when I get home. I separate it out, clean it, I store it, put it up, and then it's ready for the rest of the week. That way I don't have to worry about every time somebody wants a snack, or if I'm using produce for a meal, I don't have to worry about pulling out and cleaning it then and there. It's already done, and it actually keeps your fridge cleaner and everything. Excuse me, and everything. My goodness. So basically what I do, and as you can see, I've already kind of started here. I use distilled white vinegar, and this is only the 5%, store brand vinegar here, and about 4 cups of water. So what I'll do is I'll put that 4 cups of water into a bowl, and I just use cold tap water, nothing special, and then my cup of vinegar, and set that aside. Now for my grapes, I go ahead and I pull them off the stem, separate out any, kind of mushy ones that, we're not going to eat or anything like that. And if you, same with the berries, separate out any of the bad. If you got little critters out back, you got a backyard, you can go ahead and throw that out for those. Squirrels love this kind of stuff. Birds love the berries. You can string them up onto a tree with some twine, and then they can use the twine afterwards for their nests and stuff, especially since springtime's coming up. I do find that whenever I add them, if I, mix them up a little bit, give them a little stir, that helps, take away any of the air bubbles that are trapped down in there, so that, you're definitely getting good coverage with all of your produce. So I will let these ones actually sit for probably about 15 to 20 minutes. I found that that's probably the best amount of time, at least, that I've had. I think any longer, it's just not going to make any huge difference. So after these have sat for about 15 to 20 minutes in the 4 cups of water, 1 cup distilled white vinegar, I will dump that out, fill it back up with water, give them a little stir to get all the air bubbles out. And then from there, I will let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'll do that one more time, drain water just enough to cover, stir them, 5 more minutes. From there, I dry them and I put them up. I find that the acidity in the vinegar actually kills any spores that are on, especially things like berries. I mean, berries can be really expensive, and can go bad so fast. I mean, I can't name one person that I personally know of that has not had a container of berries just not go bad. So yeah, the acidity helps kill the spores, which will actually keep your produce fresher longer, simply because you're not having that mold grow as fast. Yeah, your produce will last longer, and you're also getting off all those nasty pesticides. I mean, when people say clean your produce before you consume it, they're not kidding. If you have ever worked on a farm, if you've ever grown your own garden, anything like that, you know what goes on the fruit, especially commercial garden, commercial fields and stuff like that, crops. They use very dangerous chemicals. I mean, so much that you'll actually see, stay off this property, there's chemicals that will kill you signs on the side. That's not a joke. You can look that one up. And if they're organic, obviously they're using things like manure, which I personally don't want to consume. I buy some organic. Some I don't buy organic just because it depends on the price of them. So anyways, that's how I do my smaller produce, is I just let them sit, the 15 to 20, then 5 and 5. But with my larger produce, like my apples, basically what I do is I do the 4 cups of water, 1 cup of vinegar. I get a dish towel, get that wet. I'll take any stickers off, any leaves that might be left on them. And I will take my dish towel and I will just scrub my apples, plums, peaches, pears, any of that with this. If you did not know, they will actually take apples and they will add wax to the outside of them. That's why some of them are quite shiny and some aren't. Well, if they have that wax on them, that can lock in those pesticides and any chemicals that they've placed onto the crops. So just rinsing it under water isn't going to get it. You actually have to scrub to get that wax off. And there will be times that you actually, if you're at the store and you see a really shiny apple, if you kind of scratch it, you can see that wax come off. Really gross to me. So I just basically scrub my apples, pears, peaches, all that stuff real good. And I'll set them aside and I'll just continue on doing this. And this is a great project for kids to help you with. Kids might want to use gloves if they're doing something like the apples, just because the acidity can kind of hurt their hands. But like something like the grapes, they can help you pick them or pick through them and bring, the little mushy ones outside for the critters. But yeah, this is really great for kids to help with as well. And it kind of teaches them how to store, produce properly. Another thing, if you have clean produce with unclean produce, if that unclean produce goes bad, it's going to make your good produce go bad faster. So I find, like I said, that it's just easier for me to clean everything the day I bring it home. One hard day worth of work, prep all my meals and everything for the week. And then it's so much easier and quicker throughout the week. So anyways, I really hope this video has helped you guys. If you have any questions about how to store fruit, vegetables, anything like that, go ahead and let me know. I have a little book that I follow, and it's wonderful. And it has not failed me yet on storing my produce. I wish I could find it. I can't even remember what it's called. But anyways, yeah, so if you guys want another video or have an idea for another video, or if you have used this method or a different method of washing your produce, let me know, and let's see how things have worked for you guys. Maybe there's a better way than the way that I do it. Everybody's always looking for an easier, quicker way to do things. So anyways, from my kitchen to yours, much love. Bye. Hey guys, afterthought. So here I was finishing up here, and I started to think, well, some of you might think, wow, that's a lot of water to waste. Well, keep in mind that vinegar, the 5% mixed with water, can be an effective weed killer. So if you have, say, a 5-gallon bucket laying around your garage, you can hold your colander over that, drain your fruit, let all of that water go down into the 5-gallon bucket with the vinegar in it, and then keep like a second 5-gallon bucket for even just the rinsing water that can be used on your lawn. But don't put the vinegar water on your lawn. It will kill your grass. Only the rinsing one. So from there, you can also, if you don't have a lawn or don't have weeds to worry about, say, in a sidewalk or something like that, you can always take that water and flush a toilet with it. The acidity in it would actually be pretty good, probably to go ahead and like scrub your bathtub or your sinks with, just to go ahead and get rid of, any scum buildup on those. So yeah, there's always a use for everything. If you're one of those that, likes to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Again, I hope these videos have helped. Let me know what you think, and much love.